You know, I was in the moment, so I understood everything that was going on. You know, there was some surprises, I can say that, but you know, me being in that moment.
Terence Crawford has at last spoken out about the recent police detention and gunpoint situation that occurred shortly after his victory parade in Omaha. The newly crowned, undisputed super middleweight champion described the event, stating that he possesses ample video proof indicating the officer's response was excessive and unnecessary, given the ordinary nature of the situation.
And gunpoint incident with the police hours after his victory parade in Omaha.
Really shocking. Since I was the driver, I wasn't under the influence or anything like that. We cooperated completely and had no problems during the stop, yet they still pointed a gun at us, which didn't make any sense. I'm not sure if they were trying to spoil our day or what, but their reaction was totally unwarranted.
Seatbelt.
Step out.
I'm opening the door.
You can take
I'm
mine
opening the
off
door.
of me right here on my right. I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro.
Step out.
Can I move my phone?
Yeah, that's...
Crawford mentioned that he had a conversation with Mayor Ewing, who is a former police officer, following the incident. The police assured him that they would launch an internal investigation right away. Because of this, Crawford chose to hold back some of his evidence from the public until the investigation concludes, and
drink, I don't smoke, I don't party, really.
You've never drank or smoked, right?
I don't do none of that.
That's crazy.
So I'm just real.
a video footage in our possession, but we plan to share it only after the investigation is complete. I believe there should be consequences for incidents like this. I'm speaking out because of my public profile, but everyday people go through similar situations with no action taken.
Everything that was going on when it was happening, it was like everything just slowed down to me at that.
After the interview, he posted on Instagram to mark his birthday, captioning it, "They say 38 is old, but I say I'm aging like fine wine." Chapter 38 has officially begun.
38. It's a blessing. Hey, listen, I appreciate all y'all for coming out, celebrating with me, from the parade to the
Interestingly, Crawford's head of security, Qasim Shabazz, who was also in the car, provided even more details about the incident than Crawford himself. One officer came to my window, and another approached Bud's window. "I'm familiar with the protocol," Shabazz explained. An Omaha police officer told KV that while Crawford was reaching to provide his license and registration, the officers noticed a firearm near Crawford's feet. They then asked him to step out of the vehicle, which he complied with. Following that, Crawford was handcuffed as the officers carried out their investigation. According to Omaha Mayor John Ewing Jr.,
Mr. Crawford was placed in handcuffs while they conducted their
the other 3 passengers in the vehicle were also ordered out at gunpoint and handcuffed. Authorities reported finding 2 firearms in the car, but confirmed that everyone inside was legally allowed to carry them. However, Shabazz offered a different account, stating that Crawford never attempted to reach for his license or registration. According to Shabazz, Crawford told the officers, "No, I don't have it with me. I left everything at home." Since he had already informed them, there was no need for him to reach for anything.
What they was doing. Crawford, like I'm saying, I mean, anybody that's being held and down and disrespected wants to prove everybody wrong. I mean, if you're a real champion, you know what I'm saying? And then they're holding it back from you. They're seemingly...
Shabazz explained that both he and Crawford were carrying firearms, and that he informed the police he was carrying his gun legally under Nebraska law. Things quickly escalated after that. Bud recalled, "I have a firearm too," which caused the officer on his side to lose control, yelling commands like, "Get your hands up, get out of the car, don't reach, don't reach." Despite all the commotion, no guns were ever physically seen. Shabazz said, "Everyone felt like we were about to die." Later, Crawford was charged with reckless driving, even though Shabazz mentioned they had actually been pulled over for speeding. Bud questioned, "How can you say I was speeding if you don't even have a radar?" He added, "Actually, I have a recording of the officer admitting that they don't have radar." Shabazz has not shared this video with KV. After learning about the traffic stop, Mayor Ewing stepped in. Myself and my chief of staff, Tom Warren, both contacted Mr. Crawford, and he expressed interest in having us conduct an investigation, Ewing said.
I'm just saying, just like they doing Crawford like they did us the whole time. They don't want you to have nothing and they don't want to give you nothing. That's why they burned down Tulsa. That's why they burned down every other black community. They don't want you to have and they don't want to give you nothing. They don't want to be with you and they don't want to see you.
Then reached out to Police Chief Todd Schmaderer, who approved the start of an internal affairs investigation. He hopes that reviewing body camera footage will provide clarity. Our role is not to speculate, but to uncover the facts and keep the community informed every step of the way, Ewing said. KV requested an interview with Omaha police, but they chose to stand by their written statement. The investigation remains ongoing. Ewing also mentioned in a Facebook post that he spoke with Crawford soon after learning about the traffic stop.
Embarrassing by Omaha law enforcement that you will arrest, held on gunpoint, Terence Crawford after having a parade in Omaha, after receiving the keys to the city? Huh? Hey, yo, that cop gotta be some hater, bro. Hey, yo, that's like...
The man in question, Terence Bud Crawford, has been acknowledged by Ewing, who emphasized the importance of trust between law enforcement and the community. This incident highlights the need to remain vigilant in building strong relationships, Ewing stated. Omaha Police Chief Todd Schmaderer has committed to a thorough internal investigation, which Ewing fully supports. We will gather all the facts and maintain transparency with the public regarding our findings. Ewing also shared that his heart sank upon hearing about this incident, especially after what had been an otherwise joyful day and evening, celebrating the city's world boxing champion.
Crawford, the current 168-pound undisputed champion, being pulled over at Blick Point in his own city. Now, the police have said that this was reckless driving, something like that. The police chieftain made a statement. The man, Terence Bud Crawford.
Hopefully, Omaha will remember this day for its positive moments as the community continues to seek answers about how it ended. At the same time, it's essential to ensure that every resident, regardless of who they are, feels safe and respected in the city. Crawford earned the unified super middleweight title with a unanimous decision win over Alvarez in Las Vegas, becoming the first male boxer to hold 3 unified division titles. He currently holds a perfect record of 42 wins, no losses, with 31 knockouts. The city celebrated him with a parade through downtown during the day, followed by a birthday party at a live music venue near the location of the traffic stop.
The NYPD holding Derek Jeter on gunpoint and arresting him after the Yankee championship parade in New York City, bro. It doesn't make sense. It wouldn't even happen, bro. It wouldn't even happen. So this cop gotta be some hater, bro. He must be hating on Terence Bud Crawford.
Despite being a celebrated champion, Terence Bud Crawford was ordered out of his car at gunpoint by Omaha police during a traffic stop for reckless driving early Sunday. This occurred just hours after his hometown parade honoring his recent victory over Canelo Alvarez 2 weeks prior. Crawford had returned to Omaha, Nebraska to mark the occasion with a grand celebration. The undisputed super middleweight champion proudly showcased his trophy and a dazzling $188,000 gold ring belt during the parade.
He is the pride of North Omaha, our hometown champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the pound for pound champ, Terence Bud Crawford.
Hey! I'm gonna say that for tonight.
The belt, which Crawford keeps as a personal keepsake regardless of future achievements, represents the victory in one of boxing's most highly anticipated matchups. Among the well-wishers was Eminem, who sent a special message congratulating Crawford on his historic win over Canelo Alvarez on September 13th. Crawford moved up 2 weight classes and delivered a flawless performance that neutralized all of Canelo's strengths. He also proved that his speed and agility remained sharp at the higher weight, securing an impressive victory. Notable figures at the celebration included Claressa Shields, Shakur Stevenson and his coaches Red, Bomack, and Davis. Although Eminem couldn't attend in person, his message was played during the event,